The house on the hill had always been shrouded in mystery. The locals whispered of strange happenings and unexplainable occurrences that took place within its walls. Many had tried to investigate, but few ever returned. It was said that whoever entered that house never came out the same. One night, a group of teenagers decided to explore the infamous house on the hill. They had heard the stories and wanted to see for themselves if the rumors were true. They arrived at the old, decrepit mansion just as the moon was rising in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the house. As they approached the front door, they heard a faint whispering sound. They hesitated, but their curiosity got the better of them, and they pushed open the door. The creaking hinges echoed through the empty halls as they stepped inside. The air was thick with dust, and the floorboards creaked beneath their feet as they made their way through the dark, silent rooms. Suddenly, they heard a blood-curdling scream coming from somewhere deep within the house. The teenagers froze in terror, but then, as if drawn by an unseen force, they continued on. They soon found themselves in a dimly lit room, where they saw a figure standing in the corner. It was a woman with long, tangled hair, and her face was twisted into an expression of madness. She beckoned them closer, and they moved forward, unable to resist her call. As they drew closer, they realized that the woman was not alone. A horde of ghostly figures began to emerge from the shadows, their eyes blazing with an otherworldly light. The teenagers tried to run, but they found themselves trapped, surrounded by the phantoms. The ghosts began to close in on them, their hands reaching out to grab at the terrified teenagers. The room filled with the sound of their screams, which echoed through the empty halls of the house. As the night wore on, the screams grew fainter and fainter until there was only silence. The house on the hill returned to its stillness, and the ghosts retreated back into the shadows. The teenagers were never seen again, and the house remained abandoned, a silent witness to the horrors that had taken place within its walls. And so, the legend of the house on the hill grew even darker, and the locals whispered of the evil that still lurked within its walls. Those who dared to enter would never be seen again, doomed to become just another part of the house's haunted history.